Well, I agree that children should not be allowed to use cell phones at school for the following reasons.
In this part of the test, you will read aloud the text on the screen. You will have 45 seconds to prepare. Then you will have 45 seconds to read the text aloud.
Begin preparing now. Begin reading now.
Fairies men's store has been providing the area with some of the funniest men's fashions for the last 50 years. This weekend, Fairies will have a winter clearance sale to make room for their entire spring collection. During the sale, shoppers will enjoy discounts up to 50% on all winter items. To make sure that the store's valued customers can enjoy the weekend sale, Fairies will be open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Begin preparing now. Begin reading now.
The 23rd Annual Movie Critics Awards will take place next Saturday at 7 p.m. at the Grand Hotel. The event will award today's top actors, directors, and others who have worked to create some of the best films of the year. If you wish to attend, please contact the hotel as soon as possible, since seating for the public will be limited. Cameras will not be allowed inside the hotel. Photos can be only taken outdoors before or after the event.
In this part of the test, you will describe the picture on the screen as much as detail as you can. You will have 45 seconds to prepare your response. Then you will have 30 seconds to speak about the picture.
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
This is a picture of a street. There are two tram racks on the road and there is a tram on one of the tracks. The tram is white with a red stripe along the side of each carriage. In the background, there are four large buildings. On the left-hand side of the road, I can see a man walking on the sidewalk. There are also some other buildings in the background. The tram looks like a good way to get around the city.
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
This picture was taken in a cardboard area outside a restaurant. Some tables have been set up outside the restaurant. Each table has 4 wooden chairs around it. Brightly colored tablecloths have been placed on the tables, and cutlery and glasses with napkins inside have been laid down. In the background, there is an old brick wall. There is a rectangular hole in the wall. It seems like a nice place to have a meal outdoors.
In this part of the test, you will answer 3 questions. For each question, you will have 3 seconds to prepare. You will have 15 seconds to respond to question 5 and 6 and 30 seconds to respond to question 7. Imagine that an American marketing firm is doing research in your country. You have agreed to participate in a telephone interview about job interviews. Where do you normally search preparing for a job?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Well, I normally visit the career sessions of specific companies that interest me. Many organizations post job openings directly on their websites, providing detailed information about the position requirements, company cultures, and application process.
How much time do you usually spend preparing for a job interview?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Well, the amount of time I spend preparing for a job interview can vary depending on various factors, such as the level of job, the industry, and some circumstances. But normally, I spend about 2 or 3 days preparing for a job interview.
When applying for a job, which aspect concerns you the most?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Well, the aspect that I'm concerned with is the salary. Although the other factors are quite important, they don't matter if you don't have enough money to have a good life. Also, it will allow me to open my business with the money in the future. So I can say that I prefer to have a job with good pay than a job with lots of vacation or the other non-financial benefits.
In this part of the test, you will answer 3 questions based on the information provided. You will have 45 seconds to read the information before the question begin. For each question, you will have 3 seconds to prepare. You will have 15 seconds to respond to question 8 and 9 and 30 seconds to respond to question 10.
Begin preparing now.
Hi, I'm a huge fan of Michael Osman, and I heard he's going to be at your bookstore for a book signing event. Can I ask a few questions about it? When do I have to be there to get an autograph from Mr. Osman?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
You should be there on Monday, April 10th, between 7 and 8 p.m.
Will there be a chance to ask questions to the author?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Yes, there will be a 15-minute Q&A session after the book signing.
Can you tell me about the rest of the authors that will be at the event?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Certainly, Pranali will be there on Tuesday, and Grant Yamasaki will be there on Wednesday. On Thursday, Patricia Port will be there, and on Friday, Maureen Johnson will be there. But keep in mind that they all be there at different times.
In this part of the test, you will give your opinion about a specific topic. Be sure to say as much as you can in the time allowed. You will have 30 seconds to prepare. Then you will have 60 seconds to speak. Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? Children should not be allowed to use cell phones at school. Give specific reasons and examples to support your opinion.
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Well, I agree that children should not be allowed to use cell phones at school for the following reasons. First of all, it can be a major distraction in school. For example, when students send text messages to one another in class, the sounds of phones beeping or vibrating make it difficult for students and teachers to concentrate. Another reason is that cell phones discourage children from being social. For instance, with the advent of the smartphones, many children spend more time playing with their phones than spending time with friends. For this reason, I believe children should not be allowed to use cell phones at school.